Let me try that again. Good evening, welcome back to the channel. And you join us. We have just finished the Pro-Am race. It's season 3, round 8. That is round 8 of the SSBB Esport Championship. We are here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, and we're starting off with the category 1s, the front-wheel drive Pro-Am guys. They are extremely competitive, and we had a fantastic clubman's race now. If you haven't seen that, go check it out in another live stream. But yeah, we are in for some epic racing. So I'm going to change the ambience. I'm going to get us all ready. We are about to start. 2 minutes to go. So let me just change, make sure that we are able to see the circuit. And I'm going to let the guys know. Venture 26, as always, super quick. Proving to be a force to be reckoned with. So, as always, Venture 26 is just so quick. He's leading the charge. Second is Mr. Bombastic. Third is Jedi Jonah. Venture getting some more purple sectors, so he's not finished yet. So it's VW, Honda, Ford, Honda, Honda, VW, Ford, Honda. Hey, welcome. I'm just trying to share this live stream. Been a bit disorganized this week. Adders is just asking if the live stream is on. I'm just busy posting it. It is now on, Adders. Boom shakalaka. There we go. So, here we go, back to everything, all my controls I can see. I'll be right back. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Adders. Adders already straight in the comments. Thanks for joining us. So we are about to actually go live now. Let me let the guys know. Not go live. We're about to start qualifying now. Interesting stuff. So BR not in. BR needs to join. Alright, BR is entered. Let's do it. Venture half a second quicker than anyone. Man is flying. Welcome everyone. Welcome Venture in the comments. Thanks for joining us. So, interesting stuff. It's going to be a tough race this week for 7 laps. So, Venture coming out of the pits now. These cars are super fast. Let's see if we can drive on board with this man. Look at that RPM sitting at 6,000. This man is so dialed at the moment. Very, very fast driver. Very consistent. Now these front wheel drives, it's all about lining the car up, getting a good entry, and then getting on the power at the right time, turning in at the right time. It's quite a trick to drive a front wheel drive fast, but a lot of these guys really have mastered it. It's really wonderful to see. So smooth through this. So brilliant to see. Venture leading the charge now. Second is Mr. Bombastic. Third is Davide. Sorry, it's BRPRD3. He did a good job to get behind Mr. Bombastic. That's very clever. And what that'll do is he'll just be able to pick up the pace of the lines and the corner speed. And Mr. Bombastic letting him through. Very clever. Oh, wily old fox. It's great to see. Good racing from these guys. So fantastic stuff. Very excited for this race. We don't have a lot of entrants, but it's still going to be a great race. So Venture 26 starting his hot lap now. We know that this man is going to be super quicker. Second in line is BR starting his lap. Third is Bombastic starting his lap. Fourth is Safalicious starting his lap. Fifth is McFlurry Twist. Sixth is Den. Seventh is Davide. Eighth is Jedi Jonah. And ninth is Ian Evo. So let's see. About 7 minutes remaining. Everybody going through the first sector. You can see where they are in terms of just position on the track. So already Venture getting a purple first sector. He will obviously, because he is first in line. BR doesn't get that same time. 43.5 from Bombastic, 43.2 from Safalicious, 43.7, 43.6. Golf's proving to be very quick here. 43.1 from Venture. Very, very good. 43.4 for Jedi. Ian, 43.6. So yeah, like I said, the Golf's proving to be super quick here, but Venture just in another league. Beautiful work. So these three also going at it hammer and tongs again. This is the qualifying. So Bombastic probably feels like he's getting held up. That's not good. He needs to find some track room, because I see he backed out of that one, so he needs to give himself a lot of room to get a good lap in, and he doesn't have a lot of time. You're only going to get 2-3 laps, and this is already one that's going to be gone. So Safalicious also running it wide. They're picking up half a second penalty. Bombastic has to give himself a lot more room there. Fifth, McFlurry. So what are the sectors looking like? Ian Evo looking good. So let's go. We know McVenture will probably be first. Well, obviously he's first now. 2:31.4. It's a quick time. So it's about as close as the BR second. Already Safalicious second. BR third. So Den's up into second, McFlurry third. So Den's in the Honda second. Brilliant work, 0.7. Jedi Jonah third. Ian Evo second. Whoa, look at that. Just ahead of Den's. Venture 0.7. These guys, what? Jen's just sending it. Great job. 4th Jedi Jonah in the Honda. 5th McFlurry Twist. 6th Saffalicious. 7th Davide. 8th BR. 9th Bombastic. He'll be cursing. He hasn't been able to get a good lap in. And he's got the pace, but just getting tripped up. So he needs to try and focus on getting a good lap in here. Not trip over dens. So, good quali. Oh, Venture pushing very hard there. Can you see a replay? Oh my lord. Well, that is annoying. That is annoying. Oh no. I'm gonna have to let the guys know. I'll be back. Stand by. Alrighty, we are back. We're still streaming. Man, it's all kicking off. We've had technical issues. Let's just see, are we still on? Man, it is not going well tonight. But anyway, we're running it manually. I've reset the grid. We're basically going to be running a fixed grid order. So in other words, as it was just before it crashed, we are now going to run the grid like that. So we're starting pretty much now. Is everyone in? Everyone's in. Let's start the race. So hopefully it doesn't crash. It's become super temperamental. And it's ever since we received news on the GT7 coming out. Picked up a lot of issues. So there we go. Let's see who gets off the line. Venture 26, we know, is super quick. He gets an amazing start. Den's also really good off the line. BR and Spa-Francorchamps come together. I assume it's BR. But in the front it is Venture 26 getting an amazing start. And it was BR and Spa-Francorchamps. So BR up against McFlurry there. So second, it's Den's Adventure coming through Eau Rouge first. The gap next to nothing. 0.1 between these two. Pushing very, very hard now as they go through Eau Rouge. And McFlurry and BR. Bombastic and Spa-Francorchamps also. Spa-Francorchamps like a pinball down there. So let's just keep our eyes on these guys. Venture really opening up a gap. Half a second gap ahead of Den's. Managing to get that car nice and stopped. Who's that? BR running it wide there, running it very deep. So McFlurry managing to get past BR there. BR running it just too deep on the brakes there. But let's keep our eyes on these guys. Venture running super deep there on the brakes and trail braking it to get a turn. But Den's not letting him get away, and that's exactly what they need to do. Stay in the slip, don't let the guys get away. So, but we know that Venture 26 is a very cool customer. It's going to be very, very difficult to stay with him. But if anybody can do it, Den's can. So can Ian Evo. So it's a very good race between these two. Not much in it. Ian Evo, there's quite a big tank slapper Jedi got there. So at the moment, McFlurry in 4th place, but under huge pressure from Mr. Bombastic. The two Fords battling it out, trying to hunt down Ian Evo. Bombastic putting McFlurry under massive pressure now. So it's brilliant racing from these guys, pushing very, very hard. And if we just go back, it's hard to keep our eyes on exactly what's going on, but McFlurry going very, very defensive here. Bombastic looking for the position. It was never there. So he's compromised his exit. If we just go out to Spa-Francorchamps now, he's out in 5th. It's as you were in the front, but this little battle here for last position is nuts. Who's that? That was BR that sent it up the inside. And Jedi Jonah out to 9th place now. It's Jedi Davide. BR Jedi Davide. So Venture 26 leading the charge at the moment. A half a second gap over this man, Den's, who's pushing hard to stay ahead of Ian Evo, who's 0.2 behind him. So Den's going very defensive. Ian going around the outside. That's how strong the slip is here. It's unbelievable. Ian Evo doing a good job to stay ahead, but he's now under huge pressure from Den's, who's on the outside. And Venture 26 opening up a bigger gap. So McFlurry's opened the gap in 4th place. So Bombastic possibly made a mistake. Safalicious was there, but Safalicious ran a bit wide. Unfortunately, Bombastic pushing hard to hold on here, runs it wide onto the grass. That's going to let Safalicious close the gap now. So behind him, behind Safalicious, out in 7th is Davide, 1.1 seconds ahead of BR, who's battling it out with Gerard Jonah. So this man, Venture 26, we knew he was going to do this, open up the gap. And just checking if we still got everything. Looks good. So yeah, he's opened up the gap now already. It's about 0.9. It's not really expanding. So he's going to have to contend with this man, Ian Evo, who's also pushing very, very hard. So great to see. Not much in it between these two. The gap is staying consistent. 0.8 to Venture, about 1 second to Dens. Oh, look at Ian Evo flying over the curbs there. So did Dens. Dens getting a poor exit there. That's going to hurt him now. So really good racing between these guys. Nothing in it. That's kind of staying there, but Venture 26 just slowly opening up the gap every single corner. So first, Venture 26, lap 3 of 7. Second is Ian Evo as they go through Eau Rouge. Third is Dens. Fourth is McFlurry with 0.3 of a second penalty in the Ford. Fifth is Mr. Bombastic. Sixth is Safalicious coming under pressure from Davide. Safalicious is going to have to get a bit defensive here. Davide's got the pace. Will he go for the move? No, he's not going to go for the move. So this is 6th place, but still very good racing from these guys. 7th is, like we said, Davide. 8th is Gerard Jonah. 9th is PRD3. Not having the best event. We're missing Al. Tight pack from Adders. Yes, that is it, sir. It's very tight. How's the stream? I've been having a lot of issues. I've had to turn the quality down. Yeah, let me know what the stream quality is like on that side. I've even stopped playing the stream on my notebook so we can at least produce it better. I don't know if it's worked. I need to really get a dedicated PC for this because we seem to be losing quality. Anyhow, back to the racing. Ian Evo out in front doing a fantastic job. And 1.2 seconds ahead of these guys. Ian Evo pushing very hard. Pushing hard to stay with him. But not really able to hang with Venture. Venture coming through to the last chicane now. You can see he's pushing that Golf so hard. He's absolutely dialed. So is Ian. Ian's driving very hard. Dens runs it super deep. Gap now 1.4. Ian, the gap between himself and Dens, who's that Bombastic, went super wide there. So the gap's just staying fairly consistent. So Dens out in 3rd. It's a very tight pack and no one's really pulling away. But the gaps are just big enough to not be able to stay in someone's slip. So that's how competitive this racing is. So 4th, McFlurry Twist as he comes through Eau Rouge there, sending it. 5th is Mr. Bombastic. 6th is Safalicious. I'm really excited for next season. I keep thinking about next season and the rigs are going to be out soon. It's great, no problem. Thank you, Adders. Appreciate that feedback. 7th is Davide out in that gorgeous Honda. That livery just looks so good on these cars. and it is the Futu Mars Genetsu Motorsport car. 7th is Gerard Jonah. And if you told me Gerard would be 7th, battling with BR for 9th, sorry, 8th, battling for with BR for 9th, I mean, yeah, that's how competitive it is. These guys in the front are super fast, really fast. So exceptional driving from these guys, and it's great to have them with us. So Venture not having it all his way though. He is starting to slowly come under pressure from Ian Evo. Ian's kind of finding his rhythm now, just closing the gap on every lap. So interesting to see. That's also allowing Ian to get into his slip and get ever closer. So it's very interesting. I think Venture's going to have a bit of he's going to have a fight on his hands very soon. We're not going to take our eyes off this. But as we go further up the pack, Denz now is going to have McFlurry on his rear bumper very soon. That gap is 0.5. So these long straights really, we can see Ian closing the gap there to Venture 26, but Venture getting a good exit. Ooh, the tires are smoking. So this is going to get spicy real soon. Same as this battle between Denz, McFlurry and Bombastic. This is going to get spicy. The battle here is already spicy. Safalicious, Davide and Gerard Jonah. So 3 little packs here. The gap now up to a second again. So Venture getting a brilliant exit there. And similar to what we saw in the Clubman's race, where it was, some drivers were quicker at some sections and just kind of did this concertina. So interesting, very interesting to see. Let's look at this gap. So McFlurry still in Denz's slip. McFlurry's looking for that podium. Will really help his championship, his overall championship in Pro-Am for the year. That's obviously for the mega prize. So Denz doing what he can. The gap now about 0.7. So McFlurry's played this quite well, but so is Denz. Denz is defending, and now McFlurry's going to come under pressure from Mr. Bombastic, who he passed earlier. So now the hunter becomes the hunted, and the gap between McFlurry and Denz is 1 second. But the gap between Mr. Bombastic and McFlurry is 0.3 of a second. So this is about to get spicy. Mr. Bombastic running it very wide there, pushing hard, looking for every single millimeter, and these guys are racing very well. Very good racing from these guys. So doesn't really look like Mr. Bombastic has got much, but he's coming up to fast sections now. So that's going to allow him while he's in his slip. It's 0.2, and McFlurry is 0.5 behind Denz. So Bombastic goes super wide there. He's going to go for the move here on the brakes. Oh, does he make it stick? No, he didn't. He wasn't able to, but they closed the gap right up to Denz. So wow, this is getting close. So looks like the gap between Ian has opened, but the gap between McFlurry and Bombastic is very close. So McFlurry trying to get and put Denz under pressure, and wow, there's nothing in it between these three. It's very good racing. So let's go back to Gerard real quick. Gerard Jonah got ahead in this scrap, so that's quite interesting. Obviously we can't go back and see that, but Gerard Jonah's managed to get ahead of these guys, and Safalicious now battling with Gerard. Safalicious getting a massive tank slapper that's going to allow Davide to close the gap on him. Let's go back to this. Apologies. I wanted to actually go to Spa-Francorchamps. So Spa-Francorchamps putting Jedi under a huge pressure, and Davide putting Spa-Francorchamps under huge pressure. So very, very good racing from these guys. It's really wonderful to see. I know I keep saying that, like a stuck record. McFlurry sandwich, exactly. So the gap is fairly consistent there. Let's go back to McFlurry. So McFlurry managed to get ahead of Dens. Oh, missed it. Damn it. But McFlurry got ahead of Dens, and Dens under pressure now from Mr. Bombastic. So McFlurry doing a great job here. Looking very racy at this track. And this is a very tough track to get right. So Venture got a 5-second gap here. It's 5 seconds. We're on lap 6 of 7. Ian Evo is second with a 0.6 of a second gap to this man. But let's keep our eyes on Dens and Mr. Bombastic. There's so much action everywhere, you don't want to miss it. If you look at the pack behind these guys, there's also a massive dice. So what is Mr. Bombastic going to do? My God, he was everywhere. He went really wide, far up the outside, but he touched the grass and the car got very loose. So didn't really look at the trainer cars behind. Spa-Francorchamps out in 6th place. Let's keep our eyes on that. So Jedi Jonah was out in 6th, but he's lost it now to Spa-Francorchamps. So it's 3 into 1 once again, and Jedi Jonah comes out trumps, and now he's got Davide and BR there. He's getting put under a lot of pressure from these teammates, and they too wide going through Eau Rouge now. Very, very hard racing by these guys. Brilliant stuff. So Jedi Jonah, the Ford in the Honda sandwich, and looking for a maneuver. Not really supposed to move in the braking zone, but they weren't in the braking zone. So Jedi getting ahead now of these guys. We haven't seen much of this man, and we just need to give credit where credit's due. 6.6 seconds ahead of anyone. Venture 26. Ian Evo, 0.3 of a gap now ahead of McFlurry. I don't know where to look. There's action everywhere. So McFlurry, let's keep our eyes on this gap. McFlurry 0.3 behind Ian Evo, pushing hard. Look at the roll on that Ford. He's giving it absolutely everything. Let's go back to Spa-Francorchamps out in 6th place. He's pretty comfortable. 7th is Jedi Jonah. The two Hondas going at it as well. So let's go back to this battle now. McFlurry about 0.4 behind Ian Evo. Does McFlurry have enough to catch Ian? These guys are pushing everything. They're on the limit, and very, very good racing as we come to the closing stages of this race. We're on lap 7. Venture is 6.5 seconds ahead of these guys. That is unreal. So if we ride, oh my word, it's getting. Was there contact there? Ian Evo runs it very wide. I'm not sure if there was contact there, but McFlurry manages to get ahead. Can you believe it? It's heartache, late heartache for Ian Evo. Venture 26 wins the race in true fashion, but McFlurry comes home in 2nd. 3rd is Ian, Dens 4th, 5th is Mr. Bombastic. And who's going to win this battle? Oh God, it's Spa-Francorchamps, then it is Jedi Jonah, then it is Davide and BR, but don't take anything away from Venture 26. He absolutely dominated this race. Whew, I'm out of breath, man. It was crazy. Wow, but Venture 26 just in another league. But how were those battles all over the race, all over the circuit? McFlurry doing a phenomenal job to get up to 2nd place. Honda's going backwards there. Great results. Save the replay. That was phenomenal. Alright, I'm going to capture points. I'll be right back. Man, what a race. Wow. Okay, so captured the points. Now, category 2 is going to be reverse grid based on category 1's based on current championship position. So let's just see. Now, Death Raccoon's not racing with us, so I need to change the event settings. Stand by. Everybody thought we were going to be racing in the wet. Ha 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 ha. No, we're not. We're racing in fine weather. It's 8 laps. I want to see some good racing. So, that was a phenomenal race. Smoky. Yeah, so, yeah, man. That was a good race. So, let's go set the grid order. Oh, right, I need the guys. BR has left the room, okay. I need the guys to join. Why is Jedi on his focus? Okay, so a lot of people not racing with us. Death Raccoon, Octocom, Golf Nut. So Boombastic is going to start on pole here. Wilmot not with us. Multi not with us. Saphilicious has not entered yet. Davide is not entered yet. Come on. Saphilicious has entered now. Okay, back to changing the grid order. So, Boombastic starting on pole. Saphilicious second. Third is Venture 26. That's not Venture 26. Third is Davide, who's not entered. Ian Evo fourth. Gerard Jonah. Al's not racing. Dens. McFlurry. And then Venture. So we're just waiting for Davide to enter. It's a pity Brian left us, man. BR. Field is quite thin again. So lots of comments coming through here now. McFlurry Sanders saw that. Ian got a super fast lap, yeah. Ian Evo on that. Well done, Ian Evo. Cheers, Steve. No, just chatting about the fastest lap. So, good job. Really, really good going, guys. Fantastic work. So, really, really good stuff. Let us try and do that again. Davide still hasn't entered, so currently leading the charge in the practice is Mr. Boombastic. That's a brilliant livery in Boombastic car. Second is Davide, is Gerard Jonah. Third is McFlurry. Fourth is Dens. Fifth is Saphilicious. Sixth is Ian Evo. Yo, this guy's pushing hard. You can see. Seventh is Venture. Alright, finally Davide has joined us. So where's Davide? Behind Saphilicious. Davido's third. Bombastic, Safelicious, Davido. Okay, let's give these guys 5 minutes. So this is interesting. Dens is quickest. That's interesting. Apologies. Venture 26 goes quickest. Man, Venture is flying. Wow, that was quick through there, man. Really cool, really cool. Mr. Bombastic out in third place. That car's looking magnificent. Actually fourth place. Third is Jedi Jonah. Ian Evo out in fifth. McFlurry in sixth. McFlurry goes third. Safelicious seventh. Davida eighth. That Mercedes is looking fantastic. Stunning. So I think we are getting very close to being able to start. 3 minutes to go. Right, we are gonna start now. So good luck, guys. Everyone's in. This is going to be fun. Yet another phenomenal race. Man, oh man. It's going to be another crazy sprint race. And let's see how these guys get on. I think it's going to be manic again here at Spa-Francorchamps. Beautiful circuit, really beautiful. So let's see who gets off the line. Bombastic in first, he should have a very good chance. Safalish second, Bombastic gets off the line. Everyone gets off the line really well, so McFlurry doesn't. So keep your eyes on Venture 26. We got volume, everything's good. So McFlurry right at the back, Venture battling there, he's out in 5th place. So Mr. Bombastic and Davide going hammer and tongs, they are sending it through Eau Rouge, absolutely sending it. Bombastic's going to want to open up a gap. Look at this train of cars here. So Ian Evo straight away up to 4th place, he's pushing, McFlurry running wide onto the grass. Ian Evo looking for the gap on Safalicious. Safalicious going very defensive. These cars are extremely fast, very difficult to control. As you saw, they slide around everywhere, massive amounts of power, very lightweight, very fast. Not as much grip as a Group 3 car, because they are Group 4 cars. And Davide getting a massive slide. Safalicious running it very deep there, so that allows Ian Evo to close the gap. Venture 26 looking for the position. He's in Safalicious running very, very wide there. So on the grass, that allows Ian Evo and Venture 26 to get past. Now we've got a race on our hands. Venture 26 is hungry, wants that position. Ian Evo wants it even more. Unstoppable force meets immovable object. Is that going to happen? We don't know. Oh, Venture runs it very wide. He's out in 4th place. So we have to keep our eyes. Look at the pack. Oh, Safalicious, where is he going? McFlurry closes the gap, and but Venture manages to get away. So these cars are super quick. Ian Evo opening up a gap now, not allowing Venture to put him under pressure. That's the best way to deal with pressure, just to find a way to open a gap. Mr. Bombastic, however, he's trying to do that, but he can't. He's got Davide right there behind him, and Bombastic is pushing hard to stay in front. He wants to win this race. He's really battled in the last race. Manages to get a phenomenal exit, opens up the gap. Davide in second. Davide's always done well in these cars. He seems to be really, really switched on in these cars. Just checking everything is sharp. Yeah, it's good. So out in 3rd place. Let's keep our eyes on this this battle. Ian Evo battling it out. Sorry, Davide and Mr. Bombastic really going at it through Eau Rouge here. Ian Evo is still hanging on to that 3rd place, but he has Venture right behind him, and picks up a penalty for his effort. So Venture looking to make the pass work, but oh man, I missed the pass. Davide got passed. It means Mr. Bombastic must have made a mistake, but there's a bit of contact between these guys. They give each other space, and no harm, no foul. So everybody trail braking so late. So Davide, however, managed to get past Mr. Bombastic and is now in the lead, 0.6 ahead. I'm not even going to attempt to hit the replay button. 0.6 ahead of Mr. Bombastic, who is 1.8 seconds ahead of Venture 26, who has about 0.6 of a second gap behind Ian Evo, who has 0.4 of the gap behind him, who is pretty much McFlurry. Then it is Gerard Jonah who has Dens for company, very, very close. No, apologies, it's Dens who has Safalicious for company. Safalicious really battling in this race. Let's go back to this man. Gap says 0.2, so he is dealing. Oh, Venture running it very wide there. Manages to retain the position. Yes, these cars are so quick. I tell you, they are so quick, and it's so easy to underestimate the speed. And yeah, but everybody doing a great job. Let's keep our eyes on this. Bombastic gets it very loose as they go onto the main straight now. So will Bombastic take the lead? Davide going very defensive. So Davide has the inside line. Bombastic trying to go around the outside. He's not going to make it work there. Does he get a better exit? It looks like he does. McFlurry and Ian Evo going at it, hammer and tongs. Don't know where to look. So Davide currently in the position. McFlurry just behind Ian Evo. So McFlurry looking for a good result here. Will he get a better exit? Ian Evo goes over the curve to just make the corner. McFlurry now with the inside line. McFlurry going to yield the position. They're going to work together. McFlurry decides not to attempt the pass. Meanwhile, in the front here, Davide and Venture and Bombastic still going at it. Davide goes over the sausage and gets sent into the atmosphere. Mr. Bombastic gets ahead. So now Davide has to be careful because Venture is closing that gap all the time. So these guys, they're on lap 3 of 10. It's a long race and it is intense. These cars are so fast. And it's a super fast circuit. It's super quick cars. And it's providing us with some spectacular action. So wonderful to see. This Genetti Motorsport car looks absolutely glorious. So Venture 26 third. Fourth is Ian Evo. Not sure what happened to McFlurry. Gerard Jonah is out in 5th. Dens is 6th. 7th is Safalicious. 7th is McFlurry. Safalicious went into the wall now as we got onto that view. Very unlucky. Still out in front is Mr. Bombastic, doing a great job to hold on to this position, but Davide is still in it. Mr. Bombastic making a big mistake. He's made a lot of mistakes this evening. He was very wild in those Category 1 cars, and those cars are very loose, so Venture 26, 1.8 seconds behind Davide, who's in the tow, so I think that's why they're managing to stay ahead. 4th is Ian Evo. McFlurry made a mistake. He's out in 7th place, or something happened. Not sure if it was a mistake. Can't see. So let's go back to your leaders. The gap now 0.7. Let's just keep our eyes on these guys. So close this racing is. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic racing. So Bombastic running it a bit deep there. Davide, a cool calm customer, but Davide has to be careful because behind him he has Venture 26 who was 1.8 seconds now 1.4 seconds behind him. So if we go up to 4th place, who's Ian Evo has Gerard Jonah for company. Very, very close contention. So if we jump on in Gerard Jonah, here we can see bit of contact there. Is just giving Ian the hurry up there. So come on buddy, let's go. We can't let these guys get away, and I've got Dens behind me, so we need to push on. great inboard shot here. You can look around and see. Very quick through here, very, very quick. Specific line you have to take through there, and if you get it wrong. Den's closing the gap, need to get a good exit here, so great onboard shots. Let's go back to the leaders here. It's Mr. Bombastic now. Second is Davide, third is Venture 26, fourth is Ian Evo, fifth is Jedi, sixth is Dens, seventh is McFlurry Twist, eighth is Safalicious. On his lonesome, unfortunately. So Bombastic retaining his lead, doing a phenomenal job to stay ahead. But Davide getting under increasing pressure from Venture 26. Venture just hacking away at that gap. The gap is now down to 0.7. So Davide pushing very hard to just stay. Oh, making a big mistake there. That's really going to hurt him. And shows you, look there is Venture 26.6 behind him now, closing the gap, pushing very hard. Look how that car's moving around. And Davide having to work super hard to keep this man behind him. He's driving the line very well, the gap opening up again, so Davide getting a very good exit. This Mercedes looks like it's very good on the exit, and suits Davide's driving style very nicely. So Venture pushing that motor car extremely hard. Just look at the attitude of the car and how it moves around. Like I say, these cars are extremely difficult to drive, and Venture doing everything he can to hold on to this man. Let's drive on board. Venture is also an extremely committed driver and knows exactly how to push a vehicle to its absolute limit, and we've seen it time and time again. I think these cars are just so hard to drive. So Venture closing the gap right up here to Davide, and Davide not loving life, I can guarantee you that. So Venture really in the slip now, has to be very careful. Davide has to be very careful. Venture closes the gap right up, but gap opens up now, and Venture's now in Davide's slip. He's not going to make the move through Eau Rouge. Let's see, where does he make the move? There's a bit of a wider entry, so now he's going to have to go super defensive, because Venture will want to straight away. Venture goes for that inside line, so Davide had to kind of be. Does Venture go for it? He doesn't. So Davide, Venture decides caution's a better part of valor there. He decides, no, we're not going to make it happen. He could have, but I think they were so cool. Oh, was there a bit of contact there? Not sure if there was. Venture didn't wait, so it's possible there. It didn't look to me like there was, but to me like Davide just got it wrong, which is unfortunate. So Bombastic in the lead, 2.5 seconds ahead now. Venture 26 is 1 second ahead of Davide. Out in fourth is Jedi Jonah in the Mustang. Fifth is Dens. We're on lap 6 in another Mustang. 6 is Ian Evo, who's waiting for McFlurry. There's probably contact there. So the 7th is Ian Evo. 8th is Safalicious in that Lexus. Phew, but this man has done everything right. Let's jump on board with him. Oh my lord. Maybe we can get it right. Oh, making a rare mistake, pushing very hard there. Gap 2 seconds. He's got 4 laps to go. That's probably why he's pushing really, really hard. That's way too hard. And making a mistake. So that, oh, the reset really, really hurt him there. It's so unfortunate. So Venture 26 getting out into the lead there. He just ran it way too deep into that corner, and then reset the car. So really unlucky for Mr. Bombastic. He had such a great lead, and very unfortunate. So Venture 26, can't believe his luck. I think he was last at one point, and now he's first, pushing that car to the absolute limit. Bombastic 2:17.3 is the quickest time, so he's now second. Third is Davide. So Davide out in the Mercedes. Bombastic pushing that Jaguar as much as he can. Running it deep onto the marbles. He's going to battle to get that thing turned, but he does. He manages to pull it up. He's pushing very hard now. You can see the attitude of that car. Issa is saying he always battles in Category 2. It is unfortunate, Issa. Don't worry. Rules are changing next season. Hang in there. It's going to be alright, buddy. So, out in first, this man, Venture 26, only 1.2 second gap. So, Bombastic not letting Venture get away. That's very good. We want to listen to the tires squealing of those cars. So, we want to see a dice to the finish. 1 second gap. So, really good to see. 1.3 second gap. So Venture maybe made a bit of a mistake, or Bombastic made a mistake. Venture's recovered. Very good racing. Very good racing so far. We're on lap 7. We're about to go on to lap 8. These things are wild. 1.6 seconds the gap now. Venture 26 just pumping in these laps. Second is Mr. Bombastic. Third is Davide. Davide running it very deep there. Fourth is Jedi Jonah. Fifth is Den. Sixth is McFlurry. Ian Evo 48 seconds behind the leader. Oof, unfortunate. Not sure what happened there. And Safilicious also, I don't know, spun out. So lap 8 now. Bombastic and Davide going at it again. So this fight is not over yet. These guys going all the way. The gap now only 0.4 of a second. Davide is pushing Bombastic all the way to the end. Venture is also not having it all his way. He's having to really work. Davide having a big slide there. Almost loses the rear end of that car. So that takes the pressure off Mr. Bombastic. Let's go back to Jedi out in a lone fourth. He's having a bit of a lonely race, but fourth place is still not to be I don't know what the term is. Not to be laughed at. I mean, in this company, it's still a good result. Fifth is Dens. Sixth is McFlurry. Seventh is Safalicious. Eighth is Ian Evo. He's out in the pits, so I'm not sure what's happening there. So Mr. Bombastic 0.8 behind Venture 26 now. We're on lap 9 of 10, 0.7 now. But he went in a bit hot there. Wow, he's really closing the gap. So here we're possibly going to see, look how that Corvette's moving around. We're possibly going to see quite a nice little finish to this race. So Bombastic went in a bit hot, but well, this looks like it's going to get spicy. So Venture 26 managed to get ahead and pull out a gap. It was 1.8 seconds, I think. At one point, but now, because of these long straights, it doesn't let the driver, the slip just doesn't let the lead driver get away. So you can't get too complacent. Mr. Bombastic made a mistake there. He's not going to make that same mistake again. So now the gap is on. We are on to the last lap. So Mr. Bombastic has to really work hard now. He doesn't want to let Venture get away. He's still got a chance to win this race. And we can see that it is still very close. 0.5 of a second, 0.55. So look at how quick these cars are as they go through Eau Rouge. Man. So 0.6 the gap now. Bombastic is going to have to work hard. The gap is 0.6. Venture has 0.8 of a penalty. Oh, look at how Bombastic closes the gap on the brakes there. Venture braked a bit early to try and get rid of that penalty, and I don't think it's helped. So, but Venture going in very, very hot there. That allows Bombastic to close the gap. Bombastic with the fastest lap of the race. So Bombastic getting it, pushing every single bit out of that car. It's nothing in it. The gap is 0.4. Venture with a 0.7 penalty. Bombastic with a 0.4 penalty. So at this stage, Bombastic would win this. Oh man, this is getting spicy. There's nothing in it. Bombastic is very close on the brakes there. Wonderful, wonderful scrap between these two guys at the top of their game. And it's come down to the last lap of this 10-lap race. And these cars are extremely hard to drive. So we don't want to see anyone sending anyone off. But this is fantastic. What great racing between these two guys. And they are going through this fast section. It's almost a back straight. I don't know the name of the straight, but effectively this is a very fast corner. And they nose to tail. Looks like there was a bit of contact there. And it's hurt Bombastic. I'm not sure why he did that. Because now there's nothing in it. So that really hurt Bombastic's chances. I'm not sure if he ran into the back of him or... Anyway, Venture 26 did a fantastic job to win this race. And second is... No, Bombastic won the race because of the penalty. So Bombastic wins the race. Second is Venture. Third is Davide. That's late heartache for Venture 26. So third is Davide. Fourth is Jedi. Fifth is Den. Sixth is McFlurry. Doing a donut and not finishing the race. And Safalicious is going to finish the race in reverse. So Safalicious comes home 7th. Oh my god. Who knows what's happening? I don't. This is crazy. But anyway, what a great race. Phenomenal result. That was great. Mr. Bombastic winning it in the end. I really didn't expect that, but fantastic. Fast fingers. Great result. I'm going to capture the points. We'll be right back. So there we go, I've captured the points. Let's just have a look at it as it stands after round 8. We are sitting with Venture 26, still leading the championship, 256 over McFlurry Twist on 234. Third is Dens on 215. Fourth is Jedi Jonah on 208. Fifth is Davida on 203. Sixth is Ian Eva on 198. Seventh is L on 195. Eighth is Felicious on 193. Ninth is Bombastic on 142. And bringing up the top 10 is Malty on 141. So, whew, what an evening. What a great race. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a phenomenal evening. And don't forget to join us on Sunday for the Enduro. That's also going to be epic. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for joining us, and well done to everybody. Let's just catch up in the comments. Always forget the comments. A lot of racing and typing. Anyway, well done Bombastic from Venture 26. And Isa, thanks for hosting. Had a lot of fun in Category 1. Thank you, Isa. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you guys next time.